Well, this is part 9 of Separation of Church and State, Humanism versus the Worldview of the Founders and Our Philosophy of Government. And what I'm going to do here is just to take a quick comparison of the principles of the Humanist Manifesto and contrast those with what the Founding Fathers believed and the ideas that are embedded in the Declaration and the Constitution. If you watch the Humanism as the Established Religion of the United States, you'll know that I put a screen up here like this that said the 12 tenets of humanists that they seek to enforce, but what I'm going to do is, just like in the education video, contrast them. Humanism says that the universe self-exists. The worldview of the founders said that the universe is created. Humanism says that man has evolved from a single cell. The worldview of the founders said that man is created in God's image. Humanism says mind is a projection of body. The Founding Fathers believed that mind is unique and can connect with God. Humanism says man is molded by his culture. The Founders believed that man is molded by his choices. Humanism says there is no supernatural. The Founders believed there was a supernatural. Humanism says that man has outgrown religion and any idea of God. The Founders believed that man is at his best when connected to God. Humanism says man's goal is to develop his own personality. The Founders believed that man's goal is to develop his God-given talents and gifts. Humanism says that personality ceases to exist at death. The Founders believe that personality continues on. Humanism says that problems will be solved by men looking within himself into the natural world. The Founders believe that problems will be solved by men who rely on God and rely on their mind and the intellect God gave them. Humanism says that religion and institutions that impede this human development must be changed. The Founders believe that religion and institutions must keep human pride and hubris in check. Humanism believes that socialism is the ideal form of economics. The Founders believe that stewardship and free exchange is the ideal form of economics. Humanism believes that all mankind deserves to share in the fruits of following these tenets, if there are fruits. The Founders believe that all mankind deserves to be free of the tyranny of arbitrary absolutes determined by men. I hope this is quickly apparent that based on this set of contrasts just put forth, it should be clearly seen that humanism is 100% opposite to what the Founding Fathers believed. There is no common ground in tenets of belief. Humanism's goal from its inception was to destroy a biblical view of the world. The implications for our country are profound. I'm going to appeal to this quote again by Calvin Coolidge. He is one of many, but this one particularly seems to fit. The foundations of our society and our government rest on the teachings of the Bible. It would be difficult to support them if faith in these teachings would cease to exist. And so if humanism seeks to eradicate all these teachings, and Coolidge and then so many before him, including the Founding Fathers, believed that the teachings of the Bible were germane to a healthy society and government, then you have two competing worldviews that have mutually exclusive goals and ideas. Let me conclude with this. Tyranny and Liberty, Humanism versus Biblical Worldview. Humanism would believe that a ruling elite knows best. A biblical worldview would believe that people know best. Those are people guided by God, of course. Humanism says that they should have power to guide and direct society. A biblical worldview is that people need to keep leaders accountable and in check. Leaders deserve power. Leaders are servants to the people and accountable to God. Leaders should be judged by their good intentions. Leaders should be judged by their actions. The ends justify the means. Wrong means can never be used to accomplish right ends. Rule of the elite. The rule of law. Tyranny and freedom. This short webinar has been titled Humanism versus the Worldview of Our Founders. I hope it's given you something to think about. My name's Craig Seibert. Thanks for listening.